my grandson is in the middle of it. And I just want to, is it okay if I just be neutral? Is it okay if I just be the neutral place? If I just be the, Switzerland? If I could just be a safe place for him to come where everybody knows that he's safe and know that he's fine and he's taken care of? Like, that's all I want to do. That's all I want to do. Black, I'm not even trying to, honestly, I'm not trying to even imagine scenarios, you know what I'm saying, of what's going on, or I wouldn't be able to sleep at night. That's why I'm telling anybody that really knows me, knows how much I love my own children. I love everybody's children. Like, I have not only my own children, I have so many like spiritual children. I have spiritual family. My own family may not love me or accept me, but I have so many other people that's connected to me. You understand? Yeah, so I don't know. I just don't want to make any assumptions. Pound cake, I don't understand what you're saying. Mother 31, all you can do is focus on the positive. I don't even want to be negative to keep going back to what it said. All I know is I said from day one, I said that God, I would let him fight this battle for me and be on my side. You feel me? Like, I made a mistake because I kept I would be cool, but the reason why I haven't been back on Bigo is because I have anger issues, so I was getting mad. I was getting angry. Like, I was letting people get me mad. The last incident with, the person we not gonna name, with that little girl talking about my dead daughter and the things that she said, and the fact that it triggered me, and I didn't control myself, and I didn't act as the woman that I know that God has made me into. I was disappointed in myself for that. I was disappointed, even though I made it funny and I made it a joke. You feel me? To me, that wasn't me acting with the, acting the way that I should have been acting. Okay? Like, it got so overwhelming. Like, you come on this app and then you just have people coming at you. You got people that just want to troll just for fun. You got people that just want to make you mad. You got people that don't even know you. You got people that's hateful. You got people that's jealous. You got people that's, they see something in you that they know that they're not, so they just want to attack it. They want to bring you down. Anything that's said, even if they know it's a lie, can see it's a lie, they still gonna roll with it just for the simple fact that they don't want to like you. You understand? Yeah, I can't just, y'all, stuff doesn't work like that. You know what I'm saying? You can't just go, you know what I'm saying? I don't have a right to just go down there and pop up on them. It's a way to do everything. You understand? And to be honest, I wouldn't even do that. You understand? I would never go down there and impose myself in somebody's life. And, you know what I'm saying? I would never go down there and impose myself in their life and pop up like, oh, you know what I'm saying, making a big scene with anger. That's not going to accomplish anything. Like Nicole needs help. I think she's still just battling with postpartum. She had some issues even before she got pregnant with the baby, just as my son had. I think they met in a facility, or that's something they both have in common. Okay. So attacking and becoming antagonistic, that's not the way to handle this. I have talked to Nicole in private. I have had conversations with her and her mom. So I think that gives me, you know what I'm saying? It gives me an insight on how I need to handle things. You understand? Like, I can't You know what I'm saying? I can't just pop up like, oh yeah, let my he better with me. I honestly, I said it and I mean it from my heart. I'm able-bodied. I'm healthy. You know what I'm saying? I'm able. I have it's just me, Ube, my husband, and me. I have the means that I am willing to help. You know what I'm saying? With my grandson. I don't think I don't think it's a good idea for him to go with my son either, because he has some things to get together. You feel me? He has some issues. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm not judging either one of these kids. They're both young. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to look at the personal stuff. Like, I'm looking past all the personal stuff between me and everybody and just taking it to another level of, we all human beings. We all go through stuff. We all, have things that we have faced. You understand? And we all deal with stuff differently. You feel me? Thank you. I feel like I just feel like God would keep showing y'all would see in the end. But I pray, I'm just putting them prayers up in the atmosphere. I pray nothing have to happen to my grandbaby, because I feel like that is the plan of the devil. Like, this been the devil's plan from the beginning. Is he come to kill, to steal, and destroy. You feel me? The person... It's just, I'ma just pray, y'all. Prayer changes things. I'm just praying, that my grandbaby that they will all talk and they will all decide, come to a conclusion that, you know what I'm saying, they can let me help with my grandbaby. That's it. And if they say I can help, then I'm gonna go get him. And I'm gonna take care of him. That's it. Until whenever they call him back, until they, you know what I'm saying, however long it takes for Nicole to get herself together, for the family to work with her, for her mom, whatever they need to do, I will be there. They don't have to give me one penny. They don't have to give me one dime. They don't have to give me anything. Nobody have to mention my name. Like, I don't want anything. Just that. Just that. That's all I ever wanted. That's all I ever wanted. For my whole family. I'm sorry. I feel like I just gotta hold so much pain. So much. I gotta hold so much inside. I just feel like so much stuff would be prevented. You know what I'm saying? My grandbaby don't have to get hurt. My grandbaby don't have to get hurt, for people to try to prove a point. Because do y'all see why I feel so strongly about lying? Do y'all see how far lying goes? How it defiles everything if people don't tell the truth? Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Hold on, y'all. When you lie to this extent and lie on somebody. Now, what if my son really try to help his son and he go to a lawyer or he go to somewhere to get help? You feel me? What if they go to the internet and see this whole mess that my son had dragged me into and hear the lies that he done told about me? Is lies, right? And then they look and say, well, you want your son, you say you want him to go with your mom, but you said your mom did this, that, and the third. You feel me? We see you and your mom battling out. Well, we don't think that he should go with her either, just according to what you said. And then what if they put my grandbaby in the system or get him to a stranger, or anything can happen, right? All because of people lying. All because of people lying. Now, the one person that can help you is, in the end, This is what happened when you shit on good people. This is what happened when you do wrong by people that love you, that's there for you. This is the wicked outcome. Now, the one person that can help you, that's stable, that got money, that got the time, that got the love, that got the help, now you got to come right back to that person that you dogged, you lied on, you dragged, you brought other people against me, you hurt me, you made me cry tears. God heard every tear that I cried. He heard every prayer that I made. Now you got to come back to that same person. All of them got to come back to the same person. And they don't want to do it. They don't want to do it. And when I'm calling and seeing this stuff play out, it's, oh, he's fine. Everything is fine. Everything is perfect. That's the only story anybody tell me, y'all. Until it get to a effed up point. Guess who they gonna blame? If something happened, guess who get the blame for it? Guess who get the bill, y'all? Who gonna get the bill for it? Is it gonna be a lie this time? What the lie gonna be this time? All this happened to her grandbaby. She said she was there. She wasn't there. And blah, blah. What is gonna be the lie this time? What's the lie y'all gonna tell this time? Where Lashelle been? Minding her business. Y'all ain't heard my name. Y'all ain't seen me. I'm out here doing what God want me to do. I done got ordained. I'm out here trying to do God's work. Doing what I'm supposed to do. Keeping my eyes on God. Look at this mess that come knocking at my door. When it's a mess though. But when it was good from day one, when I wanted to be there, from day one when I was saying I would stay there, even when I started seeing things start going downhill with Nikki and with Abdul, I offered to be there. They both blocked me out. Abdul was getting high, plotting on me with the babe, the girl whose name we ain't gonna say. Nikki wasn't answering my calls, wasn't answering no text. She was with the new dude. Everybody was doing their thing, and it hurt me. It hurt me because I kept reaching out. And now it's a mess, but I'm going to get dragged into the mess. Nobody could call me and put me in it as usual when I'm trying to be there. But when it's a mess, then everybody want to come and drag me in the mess. When they F up, then somehow they going to trace it back to something that got to do with me. That's just crazy to me. That is the craziest thing I heard this year. That baby need a safe place. He need a place that's away from everything and everybody right now. That's it. He just need a place that's neutral. I feel like Nikki and her mom can help her. They can, work on what she needs to work on. If she has postpartum, if she just needs time to be a woman, she don't really know how to be a mom yet. I don't know what's going on. It seemed like she was doing a good job when I was looking from the outside, but I don't live with them. Okay? I don't live with them, and I don't live close enough where I could pull up and check on. Okay? I can only make videos. I can only see him when they see me pictures, or if I ask to FaceTime, I have to wait until they FaceTime me. Okay? But I can't do no more than what I did. Before y'all even see me here, I reached out to her and her mom and said I would be there. Let me get the baby. Let me help them financially. Let me, my grandbaby. I can do that by getting him. I don't got no checks to get. I don't, I'm not giving the money out. I can come get him, and then I would assume all the responsibilities financially for him while he's here. He don't need nothing. They can just send him if he got a car seat. If I need to buy a car seat when I get there, I'll do that. But I would take time out of my life, and I would drive down there, and I would get him, and he would be safe, and he would be with me while they figure all of this stuff out. That's it. I mean, at that point, if I got my grandchild, I don't have no choice but to talk to Abdul because that's his son. But y'all already know he wouldn't be coming to my house. Nikki could call me. He could call me. Her mom. Everybody can call me and communicate with me that way. But my one boundary is like, of course, Nikki, this is her baby, so you know what I'm saying. That's different. She's the child's mother. But for as Abdul and anybody he connected with, no, they can't come to my location. But I will make sure they all stay in contact with the baby and all of that. Like that won't be a problem, but I just want to be a neutral place. That's it. I just want to love on him, make sure he provided for, make sure he's safe, make sure he in a clean environment, and make sure he's good. And I'm not saying he don't have any of that because I don't know. You feel me? I just want to, that's it. Why would I go to court and fight them? That's just, it's doing too much. It's doing too much. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think that we have to be that aggressive. I think that if we all sit down and think and pray, we all love baby Jen. She loved her baby. But sometimes we find ourselves in a place where we can't pour into nobody else until we pour into ourselves. You understand? Nikki needs to pour into herself right now. She needs to get her mental together. She needs to have some, take some time for herself. And, you know what I'm saying? She just needs some help. That's it. Her mom has a business, I think, that keeps her pretty busy because usually when I talk to her, she says she has a lot of meetings. Her mom still have a young child of 7 at home. You feel me? Her grandmother, like I said, I think I heard has dementia. She's older. I just think I would be the next choice that she would have.
Somebody's online.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, man. So what the fuck was going on when you went in there?
You said what?
I said, so what was going on when you went in there?
And nothing going on. I wrote Nikki and her mom and told them that I would come in baby and I would help out, I would keep him so that she can get herself together so y'all can figure out whatever, if y'all all fighting about or whatever's going on, y'all can just do that and figure it out and he would have a safe and neutral place. Like he's safe and y'all both know that he's good.
Like, what the fuck? Like, and then he'd be there with my little brother. Like, man, that shit whack, bro. This shit whack. This shit weird as a bitch. Like, she don't want me to see my son because, like, I don't even know. What's the reason? Like, what's the reason for her not wanting me to see my son?
Abdul, why? I just don't think that. I think both of y'all have stuff that y'all need to get together. You in jail, still in jail, you about to get out of jail. I think y'all both have stuff that y'all need to get together. And I just want to make sure that baby G is safe. But
Yeah, but I want to see my son.
y'all
I
need
come home tomorrow. I want to see my son. Like, her ass on some shit like she don't even want me to see my son. If I don't, basically, since I don't want to be with her, I can't see my son. Basically, that's what it is.
I think both of y'all need to just take a break, right? And y'all both work on.
I already been taking a break long enough. I need to see my son. Like, I don't mind my son being with you, but I still need to see my son. I've been taking a break. It's been 5 months. Like, that's long enough. Like, I don't need no more breaks from that. Like, if anything, she need a break. She need a chill period. She keep going through this post. How long does postpartum last? Because I ain't never known you to go through any of that shit. You hear me?
Yeah, I'm listening. I don't want to. I told you I'm not getting into the messy stuff or the complaint all the time. I'm in the interest of life.
Well, let me ask you a simple question then. Have you ever went through postpartum?
I don't really want to talk about that, Abdul. Like, I don't have really nothing to say. Like,
I don't know. This shit ain't looking right. My son won't look right in them pictures and them videos. What time is it, bro? Yeah, my son won't look right in them pictures and them videos, and I ain't going for that shit. Right? I don't want my son keep getting beat and abused on. That shit ain't right. Don't no kid, no child deserves to get beat and bullied. And I ain't going. Somebody needs to say something. Somebody needs to say something.
well, I'm saying something. I'm saying that I would get my grandchild. Anything I had to say to you, I would say in private. Like I told you, I'm not about to do you, but anything I would say to you, I would say in private because it's a family issue. But all I this the thing I done.
I mean, and another thing
Like
I'm getting, like, I get that her mom is there
I'm not talking
riding
about her
for her because
mom.
that's her
I'm
child and she on her side and shit.
too. Now you know that if I get my grandbaby, you know he gonna be safe. You know he taking care of, because you know what type of have. But some people is under the impression and they have no purpose, like not unless take care of him. It's hurt another impression about it.
Shit crazy, bro. I'm gonna call you when I get off. When I get offline, like, I'm gonna call you around 5 o'clock. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be shady, y'all. Like, I know my face needs deliverance, but I already told y'all I had to say I'm not going to be forced and I'm not going to get dragged back into some fake mess. You feel me? I'm just not. Abdul, like, we in this situation with your mom because you lied on your mom from day one for clout, for money to be on this app. You didn't lie and drag your mom. Like, I ain't had nothing to do with this. If he never would have put me in this and he had this baby and went through this, then he could have called me and said, Mama, something going on with my son. I need you to get my son. Now you coming, you still giving two different stories. You giving a story that you want your son to come with me. You know I'll be a mom, I'll be a good grandmom, this, that, and the third. But the other side is you lie and say all this stuff to you and my other kids and brought false witnesses against me. Y'all, I'm not supposed to be honest about that. I'm not supposed to be honest about that. He already know how I feel. I talked to him and told him I'm done with this. That's why he blocked from my phone. Because he was like, oh, I apologize. You could put it on the app. You could do this. No, I'm good. I don't need to put nothing on the app. The best apology is change behavior. I feel like I could be honest with y'all because this whole thing that played out on this app. And I'm trying to have an ounce of decorum. I want to have an ounce of decorum, y'all. Because they have dragged me. They made me act. I ain't going to say they made me. I acted out in a way that I didn't want to act out. And I asked God for forgiveness. I'm asking God to order my steps. But I am going to be honest and I'm going to tell the truth. It's a lot of this going on in the world. Like I told y'all, a lot of people, it's not just me facing this. People that got kids, we can't control our kids. Our kids out lying, our kids out doing all this stuff, and then it get referred back to us when we didn't teach them like that. We didn't put this in them. They don't, like Abdul, the truthful things that y'all hear him say is coming out. He knows for a fact, if somebody really said all the things that my son has said against me, and let's be clear, y'all, I already forgave him. I don't hold hate and animosity animosity. It's not a spiteful bone in my body for anybody. I pray every night that God make my heart pure and that he cleanse my heart, because you can't carry around baggage like that. And because I see the tricks of the devil, like trying to make me have anger and trying to make me be mad and keep trying to distract me with bringing up stuff that would make me, upset and steal my peace. But I have to be honest. We not going to sit and play these games. Well, we supposed to pretend to be a happy family. Abdul gets out, comes back to the app. Now we pulled together. It seemed very much like a game to me with him and possibly with everybody else that's involved. I don't want to get involved into the games. I don't want nothing to do with the mess. Y'all knew that when the last people that was spending time with me on here, y'all heard me say that, and with intention, I made sure when I come on my page. My lives is about me. It's about God. It's about, I said, if my kids, if stuff come up, I'll talk to y'all. We'll talk about it. But I'm with intention staying out of the messy stuff. I'm not going to sit here and have a conversation with Abdul about Nikki and about her mom and, oh, your baby, oh, this ain't right. I'm not about to do that. To me, thank you, whoever said that. Y'all ain't gotta send me nothing. Listen, to me, they both wrong in my eyes. Just being honest. To me right now, the neutral, if all of y'all think about it, and I'm not trying to convince y'all of nothing, but go by really what your eyes see. Go by really the truth. Open y'all eyes. In the name of Jesus, really open y'all eyes and really see the truth now. You understand? Open your eyes and really see the truth. Why would my son, he was just on here with Mizzy, with this girl talking about me, saying this, and that was the last incident that happened that led to me and Mizzy getting in it. He went to jail right after he said what he said last time. God was not playing with him. Right? He goes straight to jail. Mizzy and me gets into it, and she talked about my dead daughter. I get mad, drag that girl, and then I got off. I immediately knew that I had let the devil get me and trip me up with that. So in private, I humbled myself. In private, I said, God, please forgive me. In private, I stepped back from the app and said, let me get myself together. I didn't know if I was going to come back or not. I've been sitting silent, but I have still been praying. I have still been working on doing what God wants me to do. But he's been telling me, you might as well get your armor back on, because I'm going to need you to get back into this fight. But if y'all call CPS, how is that going to help? Like, CPS, y'all, is not a system that you want to play with. Okay? In all my life and all my kids, I never had a problem with the CPS but one time. And I can tell y'all that it is a crooked system. It's people that lie. Even the people that work there, they fired 2 people from the CPS connected to my case because of my lawyer. I'm telling y'all, I had an experience one time with them. It is about money. They lie. People will lie in CPS. Like, if it's people that don't mean you no good and they want to get their hands on your child to get a check, they get these people money, gas cards, food, everything. And people will lie on you to get your kid and then be beating and raping your kids up in the CPS system. And then once they get them in there, it's like they try to keep them in there. I'm telling y'all facts. Think about it. I just was a fighter. I fought until I finally went to court. I won when I sat down and prayed. I said, God, I give up. I said, whatever they say I did, whatever lie they tell, God, I'm going to just say I did it, apologize, whatever I got to do, Lord, just so I can get through this and I can get my children back, God. And the moment that I did that and I walked into the courtroom with my lawyer, my baby dad told the truth that he had beaten me, he had raped me. The CPS worker, they got caught. When they heard him say that he was in jail, y'all, they looked at each other stupid because they was trying to take up for this man, even in jail, even knowing this is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. So I can really tell y'all about domestic violence, the court system, how how you can have a charming domestic abuser beating on you. They go in there, charm the judge, charm everybody. They make women look like, oh, she crazy. Oh, the reason why I ain't beat on. Like, I can give y'all a whole story. Y'all know I can give y'all a whole story on this. I lived it. The CPS system is nothing to be playing with people, kids. Can I just be honest with y'all? No matter how much you might not like somebody, no matter how much you may think you know what's going on in somebody's house, please don't play in these days and times with people, kids, and CPS, y'all. They stealing these kids. They raping these kids. We don't know what they doing to these babies. They going in houses with psychotic people, beating on them and abusing them to the point that you might as well left them where they was at. You understand? They put these babies, some of these kids into the system and put them with people that you would look and be like, well, the baby had on a dirty outfit and some scratches. He was better off with that because they placed him with somebody that broke his leg or beat him or did something horrible to him. May God forbid. May God forbid. You understand? May God forbid. Please just don't. Like, that's why I didn't do that. When I didn't jump immediately to be like, oh, I need to do this like a chicken with my head off. Prayer and everything first. Prayer changes things. Why fight when I can pray and talk to them like I got sense and come up with a solution and try to be there to help to help, and she would just do the right thing herself. Okay? Like Nicole and Abdul, I think they both love the baby. They just, right. And I just want to help them. That's it.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay, so not to be in your business or anything, because I'm a viewer. I've been watching a lot of stuff going on right now. The only thing I can say based off of what I've been seeing, I don't know if she's in Ohio or Virginia, whichever one. What you can do to obtain your grandchild is go to the courthouse and file for emergency guardianship. You have to file an emergency ex parte, and when you file it, make sure that you get all the pictures, the videos, everything that's on social media right now for with the baby, and file that and say that it's for neglect and abuse. They have 48 hours to respond to it. After the 48 hours, if they say that you can go get that baby, you call the police. You find out wherever the baby is, and the only thing you have to do is call the police and have them remove the child from her. You don't have to do anything but that. If you file for emergency ex parte, emergency guardianship, and you post and you show all this stuff that's going on social media right now, they have no choice but to give you this child. That's the only thing that I can say, because no shade. At the end of the day, my mom did something like that to me when I was going through my situation, going through postpartum. My mom ended up giving me back my child because I did what I had to do. But I was going through something and I was fucked up. I was not in this situation having nobody put their hands on my kid and all that. I just was homeless and I didn't have nowhere to go. So the best option was to give my mom guardianship over my child.
And
That's what you can do though.
y'all have
You have rights as a
hold on,
grandchild. I'm a
y'all have
grandma.
to consider. You're right, but I don't live in their state. Okay, so
Yes.
Baby G is with Nicole's mom and grandmom, I guess, when he's not with her. I didn't even know that the young man said that he keep the baby, has been a babysitter, keep the baby. Before any of this even happened, I already had offered Nicole before. I said, I don't think it's a good idea for you to move so far away from, from your mom. I said, you got support,
Mm-hmm.
got help. It seemed like your family helping you. And I said, if y'all need me, you could call me. I'll come. I've been offered that I would come and get him, even though I'm far away. He would be safe. He would be. I got him, and
Yes.
I guess she already met the next guy, and she, I'm not divulging to know her life and know what's going on. That's not our.
Yes. And I understand that completely.
It's super imposing and antagonistic for me to just pop up like, oh, I want my snap. You know what I'm saying? You can't
I
you
understand
can't
that, but
do
in
it
the
like that.
situation that's going on and is being presented is that she's
That's not gonna
unfit.
help Nicole.
She
That's gonna make her
she's
feel.
not she's
She
not
does,
in the right state of mind
right. It's gonna make
mentally
her feel
for
attacked,
her to have this child.
right. It's
And if
gonna make
in the
her
best
feel
interest of
attacked.
the child in the
Not
courts
gonna feel
would be
safe.
somebody that is
Like
fit to
that's.
take care of her child.
I just feel like that's not gonna make her feel safe. She already have been through some things. She's going through some emotional
Yeah,
things, so she need to be made to feel safe. Like I don't want to attack.
I understand that. I understand that you're a mother too. So and you're thinking of all the things that might happen if she's separated from her child. She might spiral out and do this and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, when you go through the court system and get guardianship, they give her visitation rights. It's not like you taking a baby and she can't never see the baby again. She just needs some time to get herself together mentally, physically, and emotionally. Right now, she is not in the right state of mind. She's on live, spiraling out in front of everybody. And what was killing me and breaking my heart is every time they show that baby's pictures, I could only think about my daughter. Like I would never let nobody touch my
So
kid or do anything
you
to my
just
child like that.
getting emotionally like this is a trigger for you because I kind of felt triggered when I seen the pictures and the videos initially.
I'm very triggered. Every
I
time I see it, I keep telling them to take that shit down. Take that shit off the screen.
yeah,
I would
don't
never want
you think
my
it's kind
child on this app like
but
that.
don't
I
you
don't
think
care
it's
what's
kind
going
of
on.
exploitive at this point to like be using for social media to be having lives about it and keep showing it and showing it. I feel like if anybody care about the baby and care about the well being of Nicole mentally, if y'all saying that she's saying she would kill herself, wouldn't this kind of stuff kind of push her over the edge?
Yes, it would. It
None of,
would.
I don't think none of
She needs to.
nobody should
She needs help.
do this right
She
now.
needs help.
This is not
She
once
needs
somebody
to go
they life
somewhere and get
can't
help.
bring
Talk to
back.
somebody.
Once somebody take their life or somebody lose their life, you it's not for play. You can't bring them back. This is the type of stuff over the edge. So we don't need to be pushing anybody in this mind state. Even that's what I'm saying about my son. That's not productive for me to have a conversation with my own son. I ain't even talking to him like that right now because of what
Hmm.
he's done. And he's been in abusive stuff, stuff with her. And they go back and forth like they got their own thing going. It's like other agendas. I think our focus should just be the baby.
The well-being of that baby.
Yeah, we
Yup.
want to be safe and we want to let Nicole and her family know that they have other family, which is Abdul's his side of the family, his mom, so the closest person to him that is willing to reach out a hand and accept accept the responsibility to help them while they help Nicole get through this stuff. While they work, it seemed like they got their own stuff that they need to work through. You feel me? Me and
Yes.
you, it's nothing we have to work through right now. I've said what I said concerning Abdul. I'm not going to play the games. We all know that he played the Bigo games. You know what I'm saying? Especially when he go to jail, he getting out. He going to want to come and run it up. And you know what I'm saying? I'm not playing those games. And I'm not about to sit here and be fake with nobody, okay? I got
Miss Google I just told her that, but she does not want to go that route because she doesn't want the girl to go and spiral out emotionally and do something
help.
that she will regret. You don't want this girl, and that's the one thing about it. I know everybody is saying how they feel, bashing her, this, that, and the third. Y'all can bash, but y'all gotta understand that this situation could drive her to a bridge and jump off of it. Y'all need to understand that people go through shit. She is no excuse. I'm not making no excuse for this woman. But I'm saying is she's clearly not mentally stable enough to be on this app trying to defend what she did, what happened, why it didn't happen, why it did happen. She's literally going through a phase of y'all. That's an outcry. All I see is an outcry. That's all I see. All I see is her crying out for help, and all y'all doing on this app is literally bashing her. Y'all need to. Everybody, we all black.
Hi, Miss Lashelle.
Hey, how you doing?
Um, I feel you 100%. She don't need to be bashed, but at the same time, she really need help. Like I just feel like she's so much in love with Greedy. My feelings is I feel like she will hurt the baby because she can have Greedy. Like I feel like if you was to take the baby, whatever, she would love that because it's just gonna keep her close to Greedy. Like all I heard out of her, it was nothing about the baby. Everything was about Greedy.
I'm saying that can't be my focus, and it shouldn't be anybody's focus. That's not getting through to her. Saying about, listen, it's not about Greedy, it's about the baby. That's message is seeming not to get through to her. You understand? But that's what happens when you in love with somebody, or you think you in love. All of us, raise your hand if you've been dumb for somebody in love. Now it might go to different levels and different extents. Some of us might not get that crazy, but if you have already have emotional or mental problems, which she has admitted to, then you're not gonna process stuff and act in the same way that other people act. You understand? So I feel like by me helping her with the baby and helping her mom and grandma, I'm just saying because I think her mom and grandma need a break so that they can give her more time and give her more attention to start her healing journey again. You understand? I feel as though Nicole has the strength inside of her to get herself together and get through this. She has a broken heart, y'all. She loves somebody that doesn't love her, and she's trying to realize that. And then this person is saying all this stuff, oh, I don't mess with you, is this, that, and the third, but behind the scenes they telling you, well, maybe we could be together. You know what I'm saying? Like they drawing you along. You understand? And she seemed like she not strong enough to say, listen, if you don't want me, you don't love me, I'm moving on this day. You know what I'm saying? She have to learn how to figure that out. Okay? Abdul, he just gonna be getting out of jail again. We don't know his mind state. We don't know what he gonna do this time. As his history have shown us, he be good. Then when he get free, he start the same mess over again. It's the games, it's the bigo stuff. He gotta get the check. I'm not about to participate in that, and I don't want my grandbaby to be used as a tool and a weapon in that mess. I just want him to have a neutral and safe place. Okay, I don't. It ain't family time. It ain't, oh, let's all get on Bigo. We can't. It ain't none of that. I just want to make sure baby G is safe. That's it, and take care of him and help so they can all figure this out. They can sort it out. They can argue whatever process that they gotta go through, whatever they gotta do to figure this out. I just wanna allow them the time to do that. That's it. Hold on, I'm about to let you up, King B.
Hey, Shell. Genova started that sick lottery because I kicked her out because she was being very disrespectful towards Greedy and the grandbaby. Um, I just want to say to the people that's sitting here pressuring Shell on when to move in and get this baby, y'all have to understand she has to move strategically based off the actions and stuff that Greedy has done. Y'all have to think about what she has to go through. She has her family as well. But what kind of lashback is she gonna get? How is this gonna affect Greedy? It's a lot. She's in a tough situation as well. You understand what I mean? So for those who are so quick to say call CPS or do this, how about y'all pray for the baby? God can help the baby more than a CPS worker can do. Okay, so y'all need to think about the situation she's in, how hard it's going to be for her, what she's going to have to
Mm-hmm.
go through. Period. And
Mm-hmm.
it's a sad situation. And unfortunately, we have no one to blame but Greedy based off the actions
Mm-hmm.
of what he has done to this lady on this app. We cannot blame the way she's not moving so fast. I'm sorry that she's not there snatching the baby right away. She has to think of a plan herself to protect herself. So don't come for this lady talking about, oh, you left your him like you left your grandson, or you living him like you leaving the grandchild you left Greedy. Y'all don't know what this woman is going through. So all that hatred shit, I'm going to mute you guys. If I see that in the comments, you're getting muted. This lady knows when to move. This is a true powerful woman of God. She's gonna move when he say move. Not because you social media people want to see her do something to mess this other girl's life up. You guys are not really caring about the child. You guys caring about how it's going to affect Greedy's baby mama. because y'all don't like her. So say one more negative thing in the comments, you're getting muted. You're not gonna get kicked. I'm muting you. Good to see you, Michelle.
Hey, Miss Michelle. I just feel like if you don't feel comfortable having Greedy in your house, don't take his baby. And it's not your fault that that girl did drugs and how they met and if he was on drugs. You know what I mean? Even if the girl feeling bad because he in a whole nother relationship, that's going to be a problem anyway. They're going to have beef. They're not going to be able to meet up and come to your house. It's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
You already got kids.
But
You know
that's
what I'm
why I
saying?
said
That's like,
that's why I said they would have to agree. Like I'm letting it be known from the beginning, like that Abdul, like this ain't gonna get him. Somebody that I said is not gonna have access to me. I can't let them use this to get that access. You understand what I'm saying?
no.
I can't let you.
It,
Oh well, my mama got my grandbaby, so mama, where your address? I need to come see. No,
yup.
that's not gonna happen. I'm being very clear about that, y'all. So if that's what come with this, then I gotta
No.
pray for it.
And I want to say something too. I said something before. I was like, oh, why the girl parents can't take the baby? They was like, the girl mother's still working and she have a small child. This lady have like how many kids? Like 9 kids? Why they always force black grandmothers to be the
Now I don't have.
superhero?
I have one. My youngest son here. He's a teenager.
But but you raise kids. Let that lady figure it out. Shit, if I could raise 5 kids and get to work, she can do it too. That's her daughter.
Well,
And furthermore,
it's
mothers
her
are
daughter.
supposed to help their daughters.
That is her daughter, but baby G is my blood, and I'm willing to help him. That's no problem.
Girl,
Me to help him.
I'm just
It's
saying. It
just,
look
I
like that's
don't
gonna
want
be an
the stuff.
issue.
I just don't want the other stuff that come with it. You understand? I just
Mm-hmm.
him. I don't want him or me to be used as a pawn in a whole bunch of mess. You understand what I?
Yeah, but I feel like that's what it's gonna be. Like you know that
Yeah, I do.
it's going. That's what I'm saying. So it's all the same. Like no matter what, how the mess stir, it's gonna happen. And they put the baby picture on. They did that. Nobody took the picture and stole it. They kept saying, "Look at my kid, look." And I'm like, well, that's personal. Like if you can keep that off the internet and hide that and talk to each other offline and figure out the mother or the grandmother who could get the kid or how y'all gonna do that. You don't have to put your own kid out there. And I respect the girl for dropping too. You don't have to show your baby to people up here that's evil. Everybody ain't up here that's
I
like,
told
oh,
her, but y'all heard me tell her that from day one. I told her, I warned her since when she was pregnant. I kept telling her, don't get involved with this app. I questioned her. I said, if you Abdul from the app, he already dragged me into it. I said, don't get my
mm-hmm,
involved in this. But that's when people start, oh, don't listen to his mom and we'll help you. And when she see she could come here and tell people she called me and said she wrecked her car. I said, well, these people said they would help you and told you to stay away from me. I said, well, go tell them that you wrecked your car or whatever happened and allow them to help you know what I'm saying? Like, this is so messy. And honestly, I can't blame you for what you said because you said something that I paused when I was praying. I was like, is this, the devil know you
mm-hmm,
like God know you? What would, I didn't
mm-hmm,
stay, I didn't manage to stay out of everything. They didn't call me,
mm-hmm,
I didn't block. Now, all of a sudden, the one thing you told me that would get to me,
mm-hmm.
oh, your grandbaby needs you. Now, this could pull me into what I'm saying? Trying to link me back
Backwards.
with stuff I'm trying to unlink from. You feel me?
But you know how to pray.
I'm right.
These people know you're a God-fearing woman. It don't matter what happened between you and your son and that other girl. I'm gonna tell you something. You know how to pray. The devil could bring something up just to pull you back, and you're about to make 10 steps forward. You didn't make that, baby. You know, one time, let me say, I'm not going to get into my business, but one time I was going through some crazy shit. And I called my mother and said, look, I'm doing this and this ain't right. You know what my mother said? She said, I got a job. And she said, this is your baby. You better get it together. And what did I have to do? That was 10 years, well, yeah, about 9 years ago. And right now I got 5 kids and I'm figuring it out. When you leave people in their hard space and they really love their child, they gonna get up off that shit. They gonna get up off that shit. I used to be stripping and drinking and a whole bunch of shit. And when my mother said she wasn't gonna do shit, I found my way back to New York. I got an apartment. I stopped fucking around with that bullshit. I left them crazy ass people alone, and that was it. So But I'm able to take care of mine. And I found the husband. Guess what? I found the husband that loved me. And it ain't the nigga that I wanted to be with. Like she said, sometimes you gotta figure out a nigga don't want you. And when you figure that out, you stop using drugs and drinking and abusing fucked up shit to cope. And stop finding niggas and shit to make you feel good about this nigga not wanting you.
Yeah, but
And then you go
listen, even though what you're saying might be true, it's not a plug for everybody. It's
I agree.
her mental her mental and the place that she's at is a little bit delicate than that. We live in a different times. People have to, especially right now, everybody is dealing with so many different type of demonic attacks, and life is precious. This girl literally have threatened people, sent me videos of my
mm.
mother threatening to kill herself. So that's serious. So going at her with aggression, get it together, that's not going to help her right now. So that's not a one size fit all solution. I understand what you're saying, because my mom was tough like that. You know what I'm saying? I could never call her, my family, anybody and say, you know what I'm saying, and look for help. I didn't have a safety net. So I had to,
And look at you now though. You found
yeah,
God for your safety net.
that's
Lachelle,
not going,
how you
everybody,
doing, Lachelle?
built to be that strong. So
How you doing, Miss Lachelle? I just want to comment with you. Um, I've been watching like the whole entire situation unfold. I have been on your lives many a times, and I seen you talk about your son and how you grew up and things of that nature, and how all the things you had to deal with, all the moving pieces you had to deal with your children, and all the things you went through. I disagree with the beautician because I feel like you. I feel like everybody not like you. Everybody can't just muster through it. Some people just got things on them and situations that's going on in their life that they just can't get that shit together. And why let that baby just sit in that you because you figured like, oh well, she if she going through hard times and if she on drugs and she in an abusive relationship, she'll eventually get it together. But the in between time, that baby can get killed or hurt. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? All the things, all the moving pieces is going on with that. I'm not gonna tell you to take that baby because I don't know what all the things is going on behind the scenes between you and your son. But I will speak as a mother that has raised 4 children on my own, and I have 3 grown ones and one about to graduate from high school. My children don't have any kids at this moment, but if my child had a kid and was in a situation with and the child was with another parent and I saw that it wasn't a good situation for my grandchild, I would step in. And the reason why I would step in is because that baby didn't ask to be here. That's one. Greedy is not the most responsible, and obviously this young lady is not responsible at all because she's letting this all type of things go on with this baby that should not be in existence. So you can go through the court and you can get custody of that baby, and you can have it where Greedy can't see that child in your home. He can only you can have like a mediator where there's a mediator where that you drop the baby off or you in another room and the baby is there visiting with Greedy. It does not have to be where Greedy has to come over your house or you have to be bothered with him. There are laws and there are stipulations put in place with the law system to prohibit things like that from happening because if Greedy is not a person that you can trust in your home or he's not a reliable source, you can set it up as the grandparent and as the guardian of that child to prohibit him from being able to just do what the hell he want to do and move the way he want to do because obviously he can't get custody. He's just getting out of jail, right?
yeah.
And then obviously this baby, her mom don't even want the damn baby because that's your daughter. Any mother that's that had a girl, a daughter, anybody,
I
mama's gonna
can't,
step up.
can't
And that mama did not step up.
I can't. That's why we can't make assumptions, because I've been in situations where I wanted to step up. I've been there, but listen, when Lashelle get aggressive, like if I was when I first seen this morning, and it bothered me, girl. If I had been the old me and I got in this car and I'm at your house, bitch, I'm on your couch, bitch. Excuse my language, y'all. everybody makes it into such a, you know what I'm saying? They make it into a big thing. Is, oh, she came, you know what I'm saying? This is just what my family, this is what people do when it's me, when I'm involved, okay? But I trust and I believe in God. I've been praying. I don't think this is going to be hard. I don't think it'll be a battle. I think the hardest part is seeing what my grandbaby been going through. Soon as I seen the pictures, somebody sent me the pictures and video. I was waking up from a nightmare. I haven't been able to sleep. It's like my sleep, when my sleep get like this, I know something is wrong with one of my kids or my grandbabies. And as soon as I seen it, I said, that's why. That's why I ain't been able to sleep. That's why I've been hurting all over my body. That's why I done had these headaches and felt restless at night. I pray and I'm hoping, I believing in God. I don't know if anybody got faith like me, that if my grandbaby needs me and God want me to be there for him, God gonna bring him right to me. He gonna come right in my arms,
I,
right here. I ain't gonna have to fight. I ain't gonna have to go through nothing. I'm not gonna, I just don't right now. I'm not saying what will happen later, but I'm telling y'all right now, I don't feel like I have to get antagonistic and get in the car, and we don't have to get, be mean and be, we don't have to do it that way. You understand?
and I
I feel like,
and I would suggest that for you. I would suggest that for you because one, you're a seasoned woman. I'm sure we probably around the same age. You're a seasoned woman. So with that being said, it's a certain mannerism you have to keep intact. You know what I'm saying? And then you're being watched because one, all this is social media, all these platforms, social media, and everything people do on here, they want to show it and broadcast it. So with that being said, I would never um motivate you to move. I feel the same way you feel. If it's meant for you to have that baby, it's gonna come easy. It's gonna come easy. It's not gonna be a fight. You're not gonna have to go into nobody door and kick nobody door in and fight for. You're not gonna have to do that. But at the same time, I know that that's your grandbaby, and it has to hurt like hell to see people exploit this shit to get money or to get clout off your grandbaby, off your blood. You know,
but I tried to tell y'all, didn't I say this from the beginning? From when they pulled me, when people came and found me with the story and they talked about how they got my number, didn't I tell y'all that from the beginning? I said I could be quiet. Y'all seen I got quiet again. Nobody seen, nobody heard from me, even though people were saying like, we miss you. Nobody said nothing about mess. Nobody that contact me out of all the people that, they was just like, we miss you praying. We miss your word. We miss your viewpoints on just how you talk about God. You feel me? And I
yeah,
way. Even when I pray, God is like, you have to go back. You started something, and I don't want you to just fall away from this. But I was just like, God, it was just, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to deal with this. Now, look at the situation that came up. Now they exploiting this baby. They doing interviews. Everybody getting paid off my grandbaby. Everybody is just, it's a bunch of talking, but how is this helping him? I just to show like your life speak your fruit. I don't have nothing to say. I don't even have anger no more because I prayed today and told me that he's fighting on my behalf. He gonna fight for my grandbaby because he's attached to me. Everything attached to me is gonna win. You understand? So first, I'm gonna step in faith this time. It's no need for me to get mad. I'm not gonna lie. I was upset. I did cry with my husband this morning, and then I sat and had to get my armor on. I had to sit there and get my armor on. I had to sit there with the word. I had to sit there. I cried out to God and talked to him in my room. And he said, if I'm fighting for you, then you might as well consider it's already done. I just feel as though Nicole is in a vulnerable position, though people may not agree with her actions and anything that she's doing. Any of us that's a parent that have kids and you don't have no sins and you never messed up before, you never made a wrong decision, you never been young and ignorant and didn't really know what you was doing, let any one of you that has no sin, that's the perfect parent, pick up a stone and throw it. Throw it at me, throw it at her. We all like to point fingers and, oh, well, if it was me, I just couldn't do it, and this, that, and the third. it's just like we just don't need to be judging anybody here. If you really care about the child, then you have to care about the mother, because the mother is the one that needs to have her mental, her spiritual life, and have herself together to take care of this child in the right way. Her and Abdul is not on the same page. Abdul is doing his thing. He got a different intention in this whole thing, and even dealing with her and that baby. It's a whole bunch of moving parts, a whole bunch of stuff is going on. So we should just keep it simple. Nicole and her family may need support with baby G right now so that they can all heal, so they can help her. Whatever Nicole got to do to process, whatever God is doing with her to get her right. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to take the pressure away from everybody. Just give him a neutral place. But at the same time, right now, I'm not going to allow Abdul back in my life. I'm not going to allow this to be a bridge for my grandbaby to be used, for him to come in my life, for him to get the address, these people that he connected to, for them to, you know what I'm saying, to bother me, my peace. I'm being very clear and I'm being very honest about that. People can say what they want. He can say what he wants. Just this very today, me hearing him say, "Oh well, he could go with my mom," but I'm gonna be for real, y'all. She being a better grandma to him than she was to me. Just him still continuing at lie on. You understand? Lets me know that nah, I'm not dealing with you. I'm not compromising. I did that last time. I compromised with him. He was still lying. He didn't really tell the whole truth. To go along with it, hoping along the way that it would heal and it would be okay. Every time he has reverted back, he started doing drugs, he started lying, he get the attention, he started getting money, people believe his story. It starts all over again. I'm not doing it again. I'm not opening myself up to that. You understand? I'm not gonna have to see him again. Where I'm gonna see him in court. I mean, if it's a person in between, somebody that be on, be in the interest of the child. I don't even feel safe to be around Abdul by myself. Then he might lie. What if he lie and make up something in connection to my grandson? Then what? A whole bunch of mess. That's how that's his fault that he lost that trust with me. That's his fault that he lied and did this and carried it on so long. I warned him, I asked him, I tried to be there for him, and this is what happened when you keep crying wolf. Now you could it's just I'm not gonna deal with it. I'm not gonna deal with it. I'm not gonna deal with it. Just put it like
Yeah,
that.
the flesh is wicked, ain't it? The flesh is surely wicked. But I understand like where you're coming from. Like if you were to step in now and try to get that child, with no paperwork or no nothing like that, anything can be done. Like it will cause definitely will cause confusion. But as far as like the mom, because I heard people, saying that the mom didn't care, the grandma on the other side didn't care about the daughter or the baby. But you got to understand, we've all had people
Hold on.
in our lives who battle.
You said her mom said what?
No, I'm talking about people like in the room were
Oh,
saying that the mom didn't care about the baby and the and the baby's mom. But we've all had people in our lives who have battled, with addiction. And in the baby's mom battling addiction, the mom is also battling addiction, because parents sometimes can be like the number one enablers, not wanting to be, but that's just the way that it happens. So she's battling, some of what I'm sorry, what's the baby's mom name?
um,
Nikki?
no, it's Curleen. Curleen, I think you say it.
No, the your grandbaby's mom.
Oh, Nikki, Nicole.
Nikki. Okay. So the mom could be is battling some of what if Nikki's
I
going through, because that's her daughter.
the mom I talked to, Miss K. I just feel like she's a good mom and she loves her daughter, but they have had their own problems in the past, and I feel
Right.
like Nikki tells her stuff, but like how she explains stuff to us, like she'll tell you like like, oh, it's almost abusive. Oh, well, I do admit fault, and I did do this and get
Right.
high, but this, that, and the third. So it's like her mom don't really realize that she have a problem. You understand? It could be a different background. You know, they are a different race. They may not
Right.
to deal with the stuff that we have had to deal with as black people. So the mom just thinking, if Nicole say, well, mom, I'm getting myself together, if she
She believe her.
yeah, if she say, well, mom, this guy beat me, and I'll tell you the truth, I did. Her mom is wholeheartedly with everything in her is just going with what Nicole tells her. Is no other side to the story. Is no, let me investigate and see what this guy is saying. It's no, let me look at this video and see that. Like what I told her, I said, it's not just Abdul. It's not just Nicole. It's both of them. Well, how can me and her get involved in this mess? Nicole goes at Abdul's girlfriend. Abdul's girlfriend go at her. Nicole fights with other girls that Abdul, you know what I'm saying? She
Right.
got a new guy. It's their stuff basically. So I feel like us as parents at this point, and I told Miss K that I said we shouldn't get involved in that between the young kids. Let them figure
Right.
it out. We can't go. Me and her can't be fighting. How can you fight? How can you go to court? How can you be pressing police charges as somebody mom, and then online a whole different story is on video? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like she wrote to me
Right.
and said that
It's a lot of confusion right
this
now.
guy was beating on Nicole, but then right then and there, somebody sent me a video of her actually hitting him. So I don't want to judge anybody or judge anything. I'm just saying that they just need time to work all of this out. It don't have nothing to do with me. I think the only reason anybody would have a question of me is because Abdul lied on me from the beginning to get me on the app, him and the people that he plotted with, so they can use me. How they came up with me, I couldn't tell you. Out of everybody that's in the family, my mom is the one that we gonna make we gonna point our guns at. We gonna use her and drag her through the mud and lie on her of all people, and then turn around and have to need me. I'm probably the one person in our family. Who else is he gonna send baby G to in our family? That's what I want to know. Why
And and then
why he ain't
and then
call
and
my
see
sister Brandy? Why he ain't call my cousin Jasmine that came to the app and joined in on his live? Who can he call to help him? The same mother that you disrespected and dishonored. That's why God tell you not to do that. When it all comes to it and you look around, then I'm the one person they all gotta come back to help them.
right.
That's
And sometimes it works out
why
that way because you may not have seen it then and what you were going through, but maybe that was a setup for you to get this baby. You never know. Like you never know how, maybe you had to go through that to get to where God, wants you to be. But like you said, that baby is attached to you and you are a very spiritual woman and you are very anointed. And I think it's not about what we want for that baby, it's what God wants for that baby. And I think that that's definitely going to prevail. So I think everything will be all right.
I do too. I was upset at
But much prayers for you.
yeah, I was upset for sure. I'm not gonna lie. Like, how, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been trying to just stay neutral and just stay out of it. But when I seen that, honestly, I had a moment that did break me down because I love kids so much. I love my kids. Like, I would never want a scratch on them. I used to remember I couldn't sleep worrying about how they was dressed with, you know what I'm saying, making sure they had the best of everything feeding them. So to see my blood and part of me going through that, when I've been calling her mom, I've been trying to call her. They keep sending me all these pictures. He's perfect. He's fine. I've been even posting pictures on my social media. And then this whole backstory come out of all of this stuff going on. But nobody told me. But everybody keep presenting like everything is perfect to me. Like, I'm not going to even try to just think too deeply about it. Like, it's just crazy to me.
Hey, Shell, I don't think you owe these people any explanation. I think you are need to stick to the assignment that God has placed you on. I believe that this is a derailment to try to hijack the assignment that God has you on. What I will say is that, and it may kind of sound like it's repeating myself, but y'all don't understand that this boy Greedy has leaked her number. Imagine if she child and she doesn't allow him to see his child because it's too late or it's not an appropriate time. Then she has to worry about him coming or threatening to do something to her house where her other kids are affected. Then the baby's even more traumatized. So you can take a baby out of a physical abuse or harmful situation and put a baby into a mental abuse situation, because the baby will ultimately be affected by her dad's decisions and actions, and it makes it worse. So she has to stay on this path and has to stay prayed up about this decision, because it's not an easy decision. I'm sure it's tearing her up to know that her grandchild's going through it, but at the same time, she has to think about what she's going to put herself through again, and the kids again, and the grandbaby again. And will she get resentment from taking the baby from the mom and putting the baby in a worse situation? Shell, have you spoken with the mother, the grandmother, the other grandmother?
Yeah, I talked to her earlier. I don't even remember. I reached out to her because somebody reached out to me. So I sent her the pictures, but honestly, I'm not trying to be funny. I almost feel like she gaslights me. You know what I'm saying? Like she just
The
start,
grandmother?
yeah, like,
Yeah.
oh, everything is perfect. He's walking, he's this and that. And I'm like, how is he perfect? Look at these pictures. I'm like, he has fungus on his toenails. He has he's got fleas or gnats or something crawling on him. He has marks on his face. Like, I got some questions. Like, I didn't let it go at, oh, everything is perfect. She said, well, we got the baby now. Nicole bought the baby. Every time she tell me something, it's like, Nicole is perfect. Nicole is strong. She done overcame this, and that boy is gonna go to jail. And anybody that got my grandbaby on the internet, they gonna go to jail. And I'm like asking her, like, what does this have to do with my grandbaby going through this? You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I'm just
Yeah.
nice. I'm just trying to not be antagonistic and handle
Yeah.
diplomatically and professionally and go by the numbers. You understand?
Right.
Because if it come down,
Yeah.
we have to go to court, then we can't have no erratic, crazy
Right.
stuff.
Right. Right.
You understand?
Right.
So I'm
Yeah.
like trying to keep the mom
Have you
on
have you
point.
thought have you thought about have you thought about maybe you just need to show up and just see the baby for what the baby looked like? Maybe that would be enough. Just maybe not taking the baby, but just say, you know what, I need to come and see my grandbaby. I need to see what's going on with my own eyes.
Yeah,
To see sometimes, because sometimes pictures, and I'm not trying to make excuses, but sometimes pictures can make situations look a lot worse than what it really is in person. You understand what I mean?
yeah.
So maybe that could be a first step. Not getting fully involved, but say, you know what, I'm gonna take this drive and I'm gonna go and see my baby, my grandbaby for myself, and then maybe that's gonna make you make your decision
But
on
listen,
what
we
next.
had that planned. If y'all remember from the summer, that I didn't mention this, and much, right? But the plan was I was supposed to come down, see baby G, see my other grandbaby who's in Richmond, spend time. I was gonna get an Airbnb. I didn't plan this. I had say I was telling y'all this, right? It didn't
Mhm.
happen. And then I didn't even go see my other grandbaby because I was so upset, because that's when Nick reached out and said, or her mom told me, oh, she moving to Ohio. She taking the baby. And that's when I had a conversation with her, and I said, I don't think you should go so far. You just getting yourself together. I, more than anybody, know how it feels to be somewhere and not have no help. I said, you have people willing to help you. Why would you go so far? I seen
Right.
with my own eyes. I didn't judge her. I didn't attack her, but I did see her online in the car with the young man she beefing with now. They both seem as though they was high. I'm not gonna lie. And I told her mom that. I said, Nicole is on live right now, and she looked like her and this guy is high. They in the car lit. I don't know what's going on. Why is she on live doing this? And then, of course, everybody was sending me video clips every time she was on live, her on live with the pill, said she was going to kill herself. But it's a disconnect because I don't understand when y'all send me this stuff. Y'all didn't hear from me, but I would go immediately and contact her mom and say, what is going on? And her mom, oh, everything is perfect. Oh, is that online? Where is that at? I'm going to take action against people because, and I'm like, what does that have to do with if Nicole is okay? You feel me?
Mhm. Yeah, her mom definitely sounds like she's in denial and that Nicole can't do no wrong. I honestly think just a pop-up visit, just find out what the location is, Shell, and we could help you with funds to get gas and stuff to go out there. But I think a pop-up visit would do the most. I think that's what's gonna put on your heart to say, you know what, this is what needs to be done, and then find out you don't have to do it immediately, and then find out your resources
Where is,
of
I don't even know if Nicole, is she in Ohio or is she back in Virginia?
I don't know. I don't know. I just know that they said that I know the pictures and stuff were surfacing in Discords and stuff like that. I didn't know what baby it was. And then today it all came together. They said Virginia. They said Virginia. So, but do you have communications with her?
I haven't talked to Nicole besides for, like I said, why I popped up on K9's live. Y'all know I told you I usually do my own live. I'm not giving people no clout and letting them make money off of my family. You feel me? So I prayed about it first, but I popped up in K9's live because I already texted her and she ain't answer. I texted her mom. I've been having a conversation with her mom. The last thing her mom said, my husband said, ask them to FaceTime you so you can see your grandbaby and have a look at him. And I said, okay. So we had this whole conversation, and then at the end I said, well, can you FaceTime me with baby G so I can just see him? She said,
Mhm.
so, he's with my mom right now. I got back to back meetings and blah blah blah, etc., etc. And I can FaceTime you this afternoon. It's now 4:26 in the afternoon. But how can we get together if all of y'all are online and you're trying to fight this battle for Nicole? Like you're trying to fight, like you're trying to take
Right, right, right,
them.
right. It's just gonna run her off. It's just gonna run her off to where she's gonna continue to hide and not be truthful. And I think that this should be left off the internet. I think people need to stop dragging it for content and monetary gain and let the family come together and make their decisions. But with everyone, with thousands of people involved, it's gonna be so hard to know who's actually really meaning well when there's so many different hands on this situation. You got people that saying they've already called CPS. You got some people that saying, they gonna leave it to the family, and it's too many people involved. And by y'all calling CPS on this girl, it can make her believe that Shell is the one that's doing, which will keep that baby away from her even more. So everybody
Well,
stop.
I think she know better than that. I think she would know I would never do that. Like I
Yeah,
said, I have a strong belief in keeping kids away from the CPS system if possible, because
yeah.
the CPS. I'm not saying all workers, but it's a scam. It is a scam to get
Oh,
people kids. It's all
it is.
about money. Kids get abused, get raped. I mean, all type of stuff in the system, and they don't have nobody to help them and save them. So I don't in life, I don't want my grandbaby. I would never want the possibility of no grandchild, no child of mine ever being in the CPS system. So
Right.
anybody that's doing that, just please don't do it for this situation. Don't even do it when y'all beefing with people and y'all mad at people on here. At least try to contact their family or contact somebody that you feel like in their family care about them before you. I'm not saying never call CPS. If that's your last resort, just don't do it being petty because you bad at somebody. I know initially you see stuff like this and it triggers you. Like I was triggered. You
Mhm.
understand? But I had to take a minute and get my thoughts together, and I had to see past what was just being shown to me in my face. And the more important thing is that Nicole needs help. Abdul needs help. You feel me? The young man, Jasmine, the other boy that she with, it's all messy. So
And it's
they all need
mom.
to take a
Sounds like
breather. They all need
I
to
like
take a
Nicole's
breather.
mom.
The baby don't need to be in the middle of this stuff, y'all.
It sounds like Nicole mom needs some help too because she's just in denial that this is just a perfect life. It's something's not right with the mother either. But all I'm gonna say, Michelle, is stay prayed up. You know what you're doing. You know your time and how to move, when to move, and this should be an eye opener for Greek. Get his shit together. Excuse my language, so he can take care of his child too. It's not, and the grandmother, a job is to be a grandmother, not to have to raise the child because their parents are failing at the job. But if she has to, she steps in. This should be an eye opener for him to grow up and get his shit
Listen, yo,
together.
this is not. It would not be a burden to me.
Yeah,
It wouldn't be a problem to me. I love my kids. I love my grandkids. It's so many things I look forward to doing with my kids and grandkids. So many things was stolen, was taken from me. So I
yeah,
always look forward to my grandkids. You know, I let the past go. I didn't dwell on it. That's why God has blessed me. That's why I'm able to be blessed. I may talk about, it's like I know God have a purpose in everything that he do. It's not a burden to me. It's not, I don't have no ill intent. Like I said, I don't need no money. I don't need no help. I don't need anything to be there for my grandson. That's the offer that I have always given all my grandkids. I have given my children. It's up to them if they accept. All I could do is put my hand out. If Nicole and her mom say, "Listen, we good. We don't need your help. We don't need nothing for you. We don't whatever it is, that is their right. Then that's what it is. I'm gonna leave it at that. But
yeah.
long as y'all know that I put that hand out and I reached out and I offered to help with no strings attached, no
Clean.
judgments, and
Yeah,
I
you did
just
your part. Yeah, you did your part. There's
yeah,
nothing
but
else.
it's
So you
nothing
know,
more I can do.
you will know. You will know when it's time to step in. Trust me, you have the mother's intuition. You know when it is. That is your grandbaby. That is your grandbaby. So you gonna know. Trust me.
I just
Forget
feel
what.
like the baby and Nicole need a calm environment. They don't need to be. She don't need to be antagonized. I don't need to be flying in there from out of town. Ain't I haven't as of yet. I've never seen my grandbaby like in person yet. I don't feel like I should. That's not my place. See, people got to learn to stay in their place. That's my grandbaby. That's not my place. The drop out the air, jump on a plane, drop on the air. I'm gonna do this. I'm the hero. That's not my place to do that. I'm
Right.
very good with knowing my place and praying before I act. Okay,
Yeah.
but like I said, I'm gonna let it marinate with them. I put the
Mm.
hand out. Obviously, now Abdul knows the help that I'm willing to give. I don't think he really understand and accept that I'm telling him that, like, listen, you ain't take responsibility for lying and the things that you have said about me, your own childhood and my character. So I'm not dealing with you according to that. I don't think that's sunk in for him. Like, me getting your son is not a road. Like, once he could change his mind. Y'all know him. If he find out I said, like, listen, if I get my grandson, that don't mean you gotta open door to me. That might make him mad, and oh well, he don't need to go with mama. You feel me?
Yep. Yep.
He'll turn that into a whole tirade and turn it
Yep.
into what he want to turn it into. But like I say, I put the hand out there. I will continue to pray. I'm gonna let them all think about it, and they gonna do what they gonna do. They gonna play the Bigo game. Everybody gonna do 1,000 interviews. They gonna run it up. They gonna do whatever they gonna do. Y'all, I'm gonna keep just being peaceful and chilling on this side and
Yeah.
let
When are
it
we
be.
gonna get back to our Bible studies and our cookings and our bakings?
I'm gonna start back. I guess God pushed me that I'm even doing this much to even pop up on this joint and say nothing.
Let's
But
get back to it because it's so people. I know out of all the rooms on this app, we come here and at least leave with a message and feeling good about something because baby, it's been dark on this app and they coming up. They use kids now as contents now. It's crazy. So we need that. We need that spirit back. We need that
well, I
prayer.
felt I fell back too because I seen people, how they do. They copy stuff. Somebody see you doing something, they feel like it's working, and then they present the fake version. So sometimes
Yeah,
you have to fall back to let people figure it out, like so they can see, well, if this person pretend you have a real prophet and then you have somebody they fake, oh, I got a word for you, then I fall back. You feel me? Well, listen to their word. You'll know a person by their fruits. When they gave you a word, did it bless you? Did it heal you?
Right.
Did you feel better? Sometimes you gotta fall back so people can see, decipher the real from the fake. You don't even
Yeah.
have to say nothing no more. Your character, your spirit that come with you. If I pop up and y'all see me pop up on this live, now I feel like God then cleared the way and make a way to say, okay, my spirit gonna speak to you. When
Mm.
I pop up, you gonna see it in my spirit, how I act, how I'm carrying myself. Even the work God has been doing on me since I've been out off of here. And I don't know if you heard me, but I got ordained. So
Okay.
I said, and I prayed. I said, God, what is it that I should do? Everything else I'm going to do, I'm good at this, I'm good at that, I'm an expert in this, I got my certification in this. But God, it's something that you want me to do. God said, remember back to when you was young, when you loved me so much, when you preached my word. You preaching my word now. The whole time you know, I wanted you on this path to talk to people about me, to tell people your story, because you give me the glory in your story, and that's inspiring to people. And I feel like I went to Facebook, but I didn't get the same feeling as being here on Bigo, because it's needed. Like you said, when I even peek in, it's just been getting darker and darker
Mm.
and darker. The
And
content, the people coming on here, it's just, we have to have some type of light.
still, they,
I'm gonna bring my
they,
little flashlight. I'm gonna bring
yeah,
my.
they was, you know, the stuff that's been going on. Canine and Polygot the other night was doing rituals on Leah. I'm like, this is just getting demonic, you know. So, and when you was doing your thing, you was actually having true testimonials coming up and saying how you changed your life with the word, and that's what we need back. We need
Don't
that because
say I. Definitely God. I can't do.
what God working through you. Period. You know, and K9 was doing it, and Polygon was doing it last night, late last night. It was so creepy, and I just kept praying and rebuking it in the blood of Jesus because it's so evil going on here. So if we can get those Bible studies back and that cornbread, you know, I tried that cornbread, baby. I tried cornbread.
Did you try to make some honey butter cornbread?
I I tried it and I said, yes, I love it. I had some oxtails. In fact, I did it this past Sunday. I had some
Oh, that's
oxtails, some
good.
corn in the cornbread, baby. It was good.
You know
But
what?
yeah, if we get some more of that.
I've been craving for some turkey legs.
Oh, that's,
I
yeah, that sounds
try to
good.
make like some fat turkey legs, and they roasted it, and they put some
Mm-hmm.
gravy with it. I
Oh,
don't
that sounds,
know, just that season to make like home cooked, like, you know, like hearty meals. That made me want. I'm
yeah,
about to go to the grocery store now and get some stuff to cook.
that sounds good. But
Cooking,
yeah, just stay prayed up. It's like, yeah, give us some more of the mess. I know God's been speaking to you.
he
And
has.
I know you got a lot to share with us. So let's try to, you know, and in the midst of it, we could pray for what's going on, but let's stay on God's assignment because you got an assignment. It's not done yet. Love you, Shell.
He always give a. Man, listen, I'm telling you. Y'all can say what y'all want about people. God will use anybody to give you a word. God will use anybody to give you confirmation, because he didn't tell one lie. Like, literally, I ain't scared. It's just like, I was just like, God, it's just the negative stuff that's on here. But God was like, you already faced the worst that's on this app. You already faced the worst that's on here. Like, it's nothing now. It's people that need you. We need they need a light over there. It's real dark. And it's people that's looking for God. It's people that want to hear a word. You know a true word when you hear it. You know a true word. God used anything to minister to me. I'm going to tell y'all this before I get off, because I want to pray and just think a little bit more and pray for my grandbaby. And I'm going to go get some stuff to cook a dinner for my family. You feel me? Um, I was I'm sitting in my car right now. I'm not driving, for those people that's trying to report me and say like I'm driving, right? Something as simple as this. You know how when you don't put your seatbelt on, your car start dinging? That little reminder that keep telling you that your seatbelt is not on. You feel me? I was in the car and God gave me this word the other day. I was just thinking about Florida, people, getting hurt, drowning, and how stubborn some of the people was. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't watch the news and stuff, but online, I seen people saying, oh, I'm going to stay here. I've been through 1,000 storms before. My grandmama and my granddaddy stayed here and nothing happened to them. We done weathered, you know what I'm saying? They was being defiant. You feel me? So God gave me this word. He said, you see how you get in your car and you don't put your seatbelt on? That's a warning. When that thing start dinging and reminding you, that is a warning. It's telling you, put your seatbelt on. Because something could happen. You could get in an accident and seatbelts save life. You might get messed up, but you might not get as messed up as you could or ejected from your vehicle because that seatbelt is placed there to save your life. That's like how people is in these days and times. They are getting warned. You can't go on TikTok. You can't go on Facebook. You can't go on Instagram. You can't go nowhere without it being, people telling you about God, trying to call you to repent and start worshiping him, but people don't want to listen. Oh, I'm worshiping the spirits. People got rocks, they got crystals, they got these evil eye pins. Everybody doing it because it's a fad, they following it. But the whole time you're getting dings. You're getting people showing you that in the book of Revelation, it tells you it would be wars, rumors of wars. The book of Revelation is telling us word for word exactly what will happen in these times and what is going to happen before Jesus come back. And it's all happening. But people are being defiant. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to listen to it. They got people telling them. You got people that's really defiant and stuck on that they gonna follow this spiritual path. They gonna worship these idols. Some people so lost. They talk about, the old gods is coming back. We gonna worship them. When God specifically tells us not to worship and take anything from idols. And that's not to say these other gods and these things don't exist. But when God sent Jesus to us, he sent him to us to tell us it ain't no other gods. It ain't no more other idols. He sent Jesus to bring us out of ignorance. Jesus is the seatbelt, okay? So God is warning us, put the seatbelt on in case it's an accident. It's a lot of traffic. Something is going to happen. Seatbelt save life. People don't want to listen. But the alarm is dinging. It's dinging. It's dinging in your car. You feel me? That's always a reminder to me to reach over and put that seatbelt on. Why? Because that's how me and my daughter that's how my daughter was killed. That's how me, her, and another young woman, we was ran over by somebody in a faulty car. We wasn't doing nothing. We wasn't on the highway. We wasn't walking. We was standing in a parking lot in the condo complex where we live. You understand? You never know what's going to happen in this life. It's Jumanji. I told y'all, it's like literally spiritual Jumanji. You don't know. Yesterday, a random hurricane storm popped up where we live at. My husband had went out and he was trying to go play cards or something. And I was sitting here praying. I said, God just was telling me nah, I don't want him to go. Because one of the places he go play cards at, it was in the news out here because kids ran in the spot on his friend. He would have been there, but me and him we was arguing because I was fasting and I was praying and I didn't want him to go. This is a true story, y'all. I didn't want my husband to go. Because I nagged him and because I wouldn't let it go because God put it on my heart, he decided, he got kind of mad. He was like, well, I'm going to stay home. I'm home with you then. I said, okay. I said, let's watch a movie. So we end up watching a show on Netflix called Messiah that I had told him about, but he never seen it. So we started watching it and he got into it. We watched every episode to the end. Do y'all know when the end came, my husband said, that can't be the end. He said, is there any more episodes? I said, husband, that's the end. I said, I don't even think they could continue this. You feel me? Y'all, as soon as we finished the movie, I swear to God, the phone rang and it was his friend. Where he would have been with the friend and another man, all three of them all get together and play cards and gamble. The friend called him two young males ran into the house with guns, like big guns, ARs and stuff, and went into the house to rob whoever was in the house. And my husband was at home. I knew why God had put it on my heart to argue with him, to fuss with him, why God had put it on me to fast and pray for him. I am connected to my family. Do y'all understand? My husband just got a stunned look when he heard what happened. I said, husband, I said, it was the devil's plan that you would have been there. Because usually he would have argued, he would have fussed with me, he would have said, I work, I'm just going to relax with the fellas. But this one day, I usually don't say nothing. I was like, no, you're not going. I don't want you to go. You told me that if I tell you I don't want you to go somewhere, you're not going to go. I said, I don't get it. I just don't want you to go like that. And he actually, like I said, he was a little salty, but he said, okay, well, I'm here with you then. And he picked up his phone. I said, no, we're going to watch this movie. The movie was about God coming back. You know, the show or whatever. Y'all, the young men ran up in the crib. They had a machine gun. They had guns. They said one of the neighbors ran and took the key out the car, and the young men shot at the boy and shot the window out the car. And they went in there, was just grabbing or whatever, and then they had to flee on foot because they ain't had a key in the car. If my husband had been there, y'all seen how big Poppy is. He a big guy. He don't like to be bullied. He ain't no punk. I feel as though if my husband was there, something could have been worse, because he wasn't gonna let these two little guys come in there and rob them and take their money. Like, I know my husband, he was gonna fight, and he big, and he definitely was bigger than, you know what I'm saying? He definitely was bigger than these two guys, and he would have tried it. You feel me? And they obviously went. They was about that life. You know, they ain't go with no empty handed, with no revolvers, with threats. Like, they really was, had this planned out. And I said, husband, I said, I thank God that you wasn't there. I said, I've been feeling like the enemy had a plan. And, since I've been working on, I didn't tell my husband and I didn't tell my son that I was getting ordained. I didn't tell them. I kept it a secret. I didn't tell nobody. I said, I'm going to wait until I'm finished, until I got my little certificate and credentials. Then I'll tell them. Because if I tell them, it's like the devil attack my house. Everybody going crazy. I get mad. I get frustrated. I said, this time I'm going to keep it quiet. I ain't going to tell nobody. And I'm going to just do what I got to do, and I'm going to get ordained. So he didn't know when I was up late at night and I was on my phone. He didn't know I was working to get ordained. Nobody knew, right? So I just knew that the devil was trying to attack my house in some type of way. And like I said, my husband wasn't there. So his friend ended up being okay. They took money and cash off of him. His friend had cameras and security and all that stuff. So, but they didn't get to see the face of the guys, and they caught one of the guys. They caught one of them, but we waiting for them to reveal the identity of the second one, because they ain't caught him. So my husband said, well, I think probably the other guy was probably from around here, somebody that watched, that knew that we was gambling there, we had money, you feel me? So we still waiting to see who the other guy is, to see what the connection is. But yeah, I trust Holy Spirit. I trust the Lord when he puts something on my heart, when he tell me to move, when he tell me, now is the time to be firm. You know what I'm saying? Not Lashelle, but just being guided by God. And if you have a gift and you have an anointing, I'm pretty sure there's other people that have a true and real anointing from God. The closer I get to him and work in my purpose, you feel me? I just know what needs to be done and when it needs to be done. And you just have to sit from a place of understanding that everybody goes through stuff. We all human. It's just better not to judge anybody, because you can sit and judge a person, and then you can be sitting right in their shoes and right in that situation. You understand? That's why the Bible says, let him without sin, let them cast the first stone. We all have fallen short. We all have sinned. We all have did something. Ain't one rightly guided, perfect person walking this earth. God didn't come didn't send Jesus here, his son, to save people that was perfect? Why would he have to send his son? Why would he have to sacrifice his son if we was all perfect? It was nobody to save. God loves people that are humble, that are repentant, that come to him. We're gonna make mistakes. We're gonna do things wrong. All of us make choices and we choose our path. But it's nobody. That's why so many people are getting exposed. That's why people you would never think or never knew, these celebrities, these people that y'all worship, they are getting exposed. Didn't I give you guys I gave you guys a prophetic word from day one I was on this app? I said, God's going to move things around. Things going to start being exposed. The same people that sit there and try to crucify me and other people with this messy stuff. I said, but you have to be careful with who you messing with. God said, touch not my anointed. He said, touch not my anointing. And what did I say? I said, I'm here now and I'll be here in the very end, because God is going to give my enemies a seat at the table. Each and every person that pointed a finger at me and anybody else that's they profiting from tearing people down, from doing this messy stuff. I said, God is going to tear it down. He's going to tear it down right in front of y'all. Is that not what's happening? The same people that banded together to hurt other people and do all this messy stuff, now they all fighting each other. Now all of them got their guns turned on each other, taking each other out. I ain't been on this app in some months, and every time I pick it up, even to peek in, it is the same dark negative stuff. They all point, this person did this, you did that, digging into each other's life, calling CPS, calling institutions, trying to make people lose their job, people complaining about what money, what other people got, who got what, I got this, your stuff ain't right. It's the same stuff. When do y'all get tired? Y'all must not be like me. When do you get tired? The definition of insanity is what? Doing the same thing over and over again, thinking it's going to be a different result. My word, God didn't lie when he gave me the word. I said, this app, from the time I got dragged on here and I submitted myself to God to be taken through everything I was taken through. And I'm not saying I'm the only one it happened to. I'm not saying I'm the only child of God that's anointed, that he fighting and exposing for. I'm just telling y'all, I'm the one that he gave the voice. I'm the one that he gave this message. I'm the one that accepted the assignment to say I would come on here and allow him to use me in this way so that he can show his might. He can show his power. I'm going to give God the glory. I'm going to give him the glory. He get all the glory in this. They still fighting. It's still the same stuff over and over again. Some of y'all got so many talents and y'all missing opportunities, and the opportunities to better yourself in the real world because y'all can't cut yourself loose from this negativity. I'm not judging y'all, but I'm just saying, where does it end? None of y'all got talents no more. I see people getting skinnier and skinnier. I see people that look sick. I see people that still drinking and getting high. They don't look healthy. They don't look happy, really. Every day they get up, these people are worrying. For 30 days or 31 days in a month, they sitting on here coming up with anything, willing to say and do anything just to hustle, just to get a check off of this app. And still ain't getting nowhere, and still ain't getting better, and none of them have gotten anything that's built on a foundation that lasted. Guess who? I'm still in this this little humble house that they laughed at, my little clutter house, whatever they said. I'm still here while God is building something for me. I asked God for something big. My order is different. I didn't ask for an Airbnb to stunt in. I didn't ask for a condo that I'm paying $4,000 rent on. I asked God for finally my forever home. That meaning it's a legacy home. When I move into it, I never got to move no more. It's the house I would spend the rest of my days. It's the house that's got rooms for my grandbabies. So if my grandbabies want to come and be with their grandma up by the water, that's grandma that lived by the beach. That's my grandma. When I go with her, she gonna take me to the ocean. We gonna look at sunsets. We gonna run in the field. Grandma got a big field. She got a big yard. We can just run out there. We got a trampoline. We got a pool at my grandma. My grandma taught me how to swim. I asked God for more. Y'all know that meme that's going around on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook where it's the man say, you gotta think bigger. You gotta think bigger. You gotta think bigger. You gotta think bigger. A lot of people is thinking small and they don't think like me. You understand? And they don't see my vision. They might not understand what I say at first, but enough time, everything will all be revealed. With enough time, you'll see everything. I've been here for 3 years. How's it some people done had 5, 6, 7 cars that they don't got now? They can't show you now. Most of them, not everybody. They don't own. They renting, they leasing. But everything I got it forever. I got it forever. Until something happened to it, till I sell it, my name is on everything that I own. My Hummer is not leased. I own it. My name is on the paper. Anything else I buy, I own. My name is on the paper. Every vehicle that we got. My husband got land already. I don't even want to live on that land. I'm asking God for new land to put a bigger house, the house that I dream of on. It's called patience. It's called having faith. I gotta wait. We all in the same restaurant. We all asking the chef for stuff, but my order is different. What I'm asking him for. I'm being very careful with what I ask for. I'm being very careful with what he already gave me to be thankful. Goldie 504. I don't like the word manifestation because people use that. If this world, you know what this world is full of right now, while we have so much chaos because of people manifesting stuff. I don't leave manifesting in the hands of man. Okay? I say God blessed. I'm God blessed. I don't manifest. Everything I got is a blessing. It come from God. I didn't come up with it. It didn't come from me. Because anything that come from us and people manifesting it, why y'all think we infested with demons? Why do you think we infested with people being taken over by so much bad and evil energy and spirits? Why? It's an infestation from their manifestations. You understand? We need to be blessed with things. God blesses us. When God gives us something, we build on a good foundation and lasts forever. Everything that these people do on the app, if they lying, stealing from people, making up false stories, hurting people, pulling families apart, hurting people, making people feel depressed, is built on a bad foundation. I guarantee you it's going to crumble. It's not going to last that long. It's not going to last. It's already crumbling. It's no good. It's a bad pot of soup, man. It's a bad pot of soup. Your life speak your fruits. I didn't just become like this. I didn't wake up one day like, oh, I want to, no, I ain't never from day one tell y'all I'm perfect. I might make you laugh, but I ain't tell y'all no lies. If I did it, I would just say, look, I did this, I did that. I will humbly apologize. I would try to correct the action. That's the type of person I am. But for people to lie and just make up a whole narrative, a story, for other people to co-sign it, for everybody to come together to come against me, that just show you the power that God gave me that I carry. That just show you the gift that I carry, that the devil came against me so strong with an army. But it also show you who I carry with me. I fell back. Time has passed. Let's check in. How is everybody doing? Where are they at? God doesn't like ugly, and he said touch not his anointed. The only thing is I just learned I got to sit back and let God continue to fight for me.